Alrighty then. Excuse me, that's a hell of a way to start the podcast. It's Richmond Gooners podcast. Match day 23, Saturday, February 18th. Here from Gus's Bar and Grill. As always, I am Ryan here with Joey.
Emmy would have saved that.
And with Tom.
Hello.
And we're missing Will because he's having his bachelor party good times at Daytona for the 500.
Shout out to Will.
Shout out to Will down there in Florida. So, away at Villa, we started the day in second, a place we haven't been for a while.
Second or tied for first?
Well,
in second on goal difference.
Differential, but
Okay.
yeah, if you want, yeah, sure, fair enough.
Well, I know where we finished the motherfucker.
We did finish on first, and coming into this one, I think we all agreed that the loss last week or midweek didn't end things, but it put us in kind of razor thin margin.
But do we all agree on that?
I think we do.
Okay.
No one's
at least everyone at this table.
At this table, yes.
Because everyone else in my fucking life is acting like the title challenge was over.
I wasn't going to go that far.
I was about to have an aneurysm.
We'll see where they are now.
Yeah.
We'll see where they are
but
now.
It definitely.
At least the pressure's back on City now.
Right.
Now we're doing it, they have to respond.
There's no question that we had a pretty thin margin after that.
Facts.
Because,
Facts.
I think City will drop points here and there, but we can't also drop with them and
Right.
hope to get back on top. So we had to come back.
With the referees against us, PGMOL against us, we need all the help we can get.
We'll talk more about that later. That's called a tease. But yeah, we had to bounce back. And so, you look at the lineup for the game.
It's called a tease.
It's
Foreshadowing.
something's coming later. So when I saw the line, or before I even saw the lineup, I had a couple thoughts last night. Like, number one was
Naughty Ryan.
yes. I had some thoughts. They were unclean. I'm about to share them with y'all. No, that's what these two do. I'm not about to. So
Apparently Ryan's a child.
So question number one was it seemed to me like it might be one of those situations where you wanted to start Tomiyasu just to show faith in him after what happened last week. I wouldn't say I'm surprised they didn't, but it kind of crossed my mind, like, do you do that,
Tough call.
I think that it is a tough call, and I think that Ben White had a couple of below par games and or above par, depending on how you want to look at it. Worse than par games, subpar. But I think that we put in Tomiyasu last week, and he made a very crucial mistake. So it was like that kind of made it 50-50. Although I didn't think Tomiyasu was necessarily bad. He made two pretty bad mistakes on Wednesday, right?
Yeah. And they were early.
He
tightened up by the end.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But he looked scared. Early on, and he never looked scared.
Right. And that's kind of where I was coming from. It's like, obviously, hindsight's 2020. Ben White played out of his fucking mind
determined
today. But, like, do you be like, Tommy, go back out there and fucking get one this week? Just get it and have a good game. Like, I don't know that you have
I almost
to,
feel
but
like I almost feel like that would have been like looking past Villa a little bit, which we can't afford to really look past anybody right now.
Yeah.
Well,
and play like your best 11. And I think that Trossard starting the game was the right move. That was the next point. I'm sure you were about to segue into that. I think that was the right move, even though I don't think he was necessarily as good today as he's been coming off the bench. He puts fear into defenders a different way than Martinelli does. With Martinelli, it's like pace combined with like the ability to get past you and dribbling. With Trossard, it's like they're afraid of getting their ankles broken. They're really fearful of his dribbling ability.
Yeah.
And I thought he looked pretty decent today. I didn't think he necessarily affected the game all that much. And of course, we all know what happened when Martinelli came on. But I think that the fact that he didn't start. This was the first game this year that he didn't start. He started 22 straight games. This is the first game that he didn't start this season. And so I think that lit a fire under him. And when he came in, it seemed like he had something to show.
And Arteta will be proven right.
Yeah, and in the way he celebrated the goal, you could tell he wanted that. He wanted it bad.
No one is out here saying, all right, it's time for Martinelli to take a backseat to Trossard. No,
I don't think so.
From my perspective,
I think I said it.
Well, I mean, but like for a week,
I think he plays at his best when he's next to Jesus, because of Jesus' style of play. It really unlocks Martinelli.
Yeah.
And so he he's not as effective when he's playing next to Eddie, because Eddie's a different player, a different type of player.
And there's a lot of football yet to be played. So whether one starts or the other, let's kind of remove ourselves from the soap opera.
Yeah, right. And it's a great problem to have. We got two really fucking good left wingers,
and that's kind of where I wanted to go with it. Is like for how long have we been bitching about we have no depth?
Right. Now we have quality depth in that position.
I had no idea that Trossard was this good. I'd seen him for Brighton. I mean, I knew he was good, but now...
He's good, and he scores against big clubs. I think he scored against us this season. He scored against City this season. He scored against basically all his goals this season for Brighton have come against the top six.
So we're going to have to worry, once we're clicking and really on no injuries and everyone available, if it's a cup final or whatever...
Who do you pick?
Yeah, and then also...
Yeah.
Because... shout out to Josh, whose last name I forget, who I met in Brighton through Mike Feinberg, but he said that Trossard's like Arshavin. He can play anywhere across the front.
Yeah.
And
I kind of do a little bit of it all.
Yeah, so a couple of people have kind of whispered that, like, what if Trossard goes down the middle? Why not play, because Eddie, once again, a gilt-edged chance to score.
And I mean, we all know that Trossard has, I think Trossard's close control is really only rivaled by, like, Odegaard, and maybe Martinelli on this in Saka. Like he has his close control is up in that upper echelon with our players. Because when he gets the ball, he just tends to hold on to it, and
what I like is he doesn't use, like, a lot of Brazilians use a lot of, like, the similar moves, and Trossard's close control is different.
He's different, yeah.
He doesn't have, like Leon Bailey came in and did those step overs. It's like, oh Jesus, yet another Cristiano Ronaldo wannabe that watched the videos.
It's a South American, and Bailey is Jamaican, so it's close enough to South America that he's influenced by those players.
I mean, who isn't influenced by Cristiano? I mean, hell, we're sitting
or Neymar or some shit,
But I love Trossard's close control. It's just different. If I didn't know who we were,
I'd like, ooh.
Yeah, no, it just, sometimes you can watch a player and see how they play and guess what their nationality is.
Yeah.
And when Trossard, like, really, that guy's Belgian? No shit.
Yeah, if you just saw a silhouette of him playing, you'd be like, you wouldn't guess Belgian, I don't think. But speaking of quality depth, Jorginho was for me by a considerable margin our best player today.
He was superb.
For me, he was also our best player against City. I know we lost that game, but we didn't necessarily play horribly. I feel like we just kind of ran out of gas towards the end.
We made egregious mistakes.
We made egregious mistakes, and against a team as good as City, you can't make mistakes like the Tomiyasu mistake, like the Zinchenko mistake, and so on and so forth. I think Jorginho was our best player in that game. He was our best player in this game. I need Orbinho or somebody to come out with the stats, because I think he might have had 100% passing accuracy today.
We'll see.
I also think he might have had the most passes into the final third, the most through balls, and the most long through balls today. He was insanely good today. Just did not put a
deserved
foot wrong
his goal, or not his goal.
Not his goal, but he deserved the way he celebrated after that goal. He deserved to be able to fucking celebrate like that, because he was fucking awesome. Talk about he's a different player than Thomas Partey. I think he's a considerably better passer. Obviously, Partey is better. Like 1v1 defending, and he's got more strength than Jorginho.
Better dribbler.
Better recovering the ball.
I wouldn't say that Partey's a better dribbler. Jorginho, I think, reads the game well. Jorginho, I think, intercepts more than Partey because he reads the game from a defensive standpoint well. Partey's a better defender probably overall, and definitely a better 1v1 guy with his strength and his
Partey has that spin move when he dribbles, when he spins, when he collects. Like that is his move.
Yeah. Well, and Jorginho's thing, I think, is just already knowing what he's going to do with the ball before he even receives it. He knows what's happening. He knows what's ahead of him. He knows what's behind him. And so I feel like this was a classic Jorginho performance in his prime in those Chelsea, maybe call it like 4 years ago with Chelsea, or till 2017, I think they won the title. That Jorginho is what we saw today. I want to hear a lot of people start to walk some shit back if Jorginho continues to play like this in the absence of Thomas Partey.
Well, and the thing with because where I came from before Wednesday, we find out that Partey's not playing.
Sure,
is,
like close to the game, we found out he was playing.
Right. Like my kind of assumption on the Jorginho front was that he was going to spell Partey in the games where we didn't really need Partey.
Or if Partey is injured,
right? Or if he's injured, and so but I guess what I'm saying is like he would. I mean, you're not going to choose him over Partey 99 times out of 100, and so of course you're right, well, but honestly,
do think
he's performed very well.
I do think there are games where we would need his type of deep midfielder as opposed to Partey's, and so we may see that. But also, I think that about every position that we have two really good players in, but different players. I think that about all those guys. So I think there are games where that are a better fit for Trossard than Martinelli. There are games that are a better fit for Kieran Tierney than Zinchenko, and there are games that are a better fit for Jorginho than Partey. Well, now the first three guys, the guys I mentioned first, are our starting guys, but there are games where tactically and based on skill sets, those guys would do better.
Well, and Jorginho too. Like
I think today was a good day for Trossard to start.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, and also Martinelli needed a break. To your point.
Fact.
But Jorginho also, like, because when he came on late, he never really got into the game. I think he's one of those guys that needs to see it from the beginning.
Yes.
Kind of like because as you said, like if he's feeling the game out, like if you just come on with 20 minutes to go, you haven't really been a part of it.
Right.
You know, that's part of that.
Because after about 15 minutes, like. He was like a well-oiled machine in midfield there, and I just don't have enough praises for his play recently, especially in the absence of potentially the most important player to Arteta's system, which is Thomas Partey.
Right. And the last note about the lineup: Smith Rowe back on the bench. It's always good to see. I'm kind of I wouldn't say surprised he didn't get in. I would have thought they picked him over Vieira just because he
wouldn't be on the bench if he wasn't able to play.
Right, and like at that
so
point,
now we know that he's able to play. That's nothing but good.
Yeah, exactly. And because Saka is getting beat to shit.
Yeah.
Even
Holy
more
shit.
than and like where were the cards today? Well,
they gave Saka one.
They gave Saka one, and they gave
after who was it that chopped him the fuck down?
It was Coutinho knocked him down.
It was Coutinho.
And then Saka
Holy shit.
And
it was about as malicious as you can imagine.
Moreno was going after him a lot.
Yes, the left back.
Yeah, and it's never ending with him. So like Smith Rowe's going to be needed.
That was way wide.
There's some Bundesliga going on behind us for those who can't see.
Yeah.
But other than that, the team was unchanged.
I have no respect for Bayern Munich fans in America. It just there's a certain breed that they cross over as like they are Bayern and Germany fans.
And it's just Yankee fans and their Cowboy fans.
I want to go fucking cocktail shrimp have more backbone.
Yeah, facts.
Anyone can pick a winner and just go, that's my team.
Yeah.
Which, we're going to, just a quick aside.
I'm asking the name of the 1999 starting Bayern Munich squad.
Exactly.
Can you name one guy, two guys?
Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
But no, talk about picking.
I love being that guy.
Talk about picking teams. I would love to know the history behind Tom Hanks being an Aston Villa fan.
For 40 years, he's been, that's what the announcer said, for 30, 40 years.
Like, how do you even, like accidentally fall into that in
Knowing
America?
him, there'll be a movie about it, so I don't really fucking care.
It's just odd.
Sylvester Stallone's an Everton guy.
You got beef with Tom? You got beef with
that
Tom
movie
Hanks?
Finch sucked. I watched that for 20 minutes, and I was like, Jesus, this guy, I thought he's one of those guys that he doesn't make a bad movie.
Do you hate him because he had one bad movie out of 75 movies?
Well, I mean, he's a fucking Villa fan, and he's with them today, so sorry, Hanks.
I don't really have much against Hanks.
Speaking of guys that are generally good but have had some bad times.
He's from your neck of the woods anyway.
Is he?
Yeah, he's from
California?
He's from
Bay Area?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
There's a documentary about the A's. They put him in that one. And he's from like Martinez or
Concord. He's from Concord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Concord.
Right,
is that how you say it?
Concord.
Okay.
Is that where they make
in North Carolina? My parents live in North Charlotte, close to a place that's called Concord.
Well, that's like Concord, New Hampshire too, but it's Concord.
Concord.
Yeah. Because we're Californians, we don't know about.
Kind of like Aston Villa was conquered today by.
Yes, they were. But
is that where they
by
make
their own fucking goalkeeper?
Yes. Is that where the raisins come from?
Shut your fucking mouth.
Where the what?
Concord. Is that where aren't there sun-made raisins? They come from Concord.
Concord grapes.
No, grapes.
That's like a type of grape from like.
That's Concord, North Carolina, I believe.
Yeah, I think it might actually be.
Grapes, really?
Yeah.
Like the Concord grape, like jelly or whatever.
Yeah.
Grape juice.
Yeah, no, that's not. No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Speaking of Concord, part of it was being conquered by their own goalkeeper.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Shut your fucking mouth.
That's the best own goal I've ever seen in my life.
Shut the fuck up about Arsenal. I'm glad that own goal went off your stupid fucking head today.
Couldn't have done it without you,
cunt.
Emmy.
Fuck you.
Well, there you go.
I want someone to send him a gift basket with the card inscribed, couldn't have done it without you.
Couldn't have done it without you. Hey, listen, Emmy had to go to Aston Villa to finally get his first goal for Arsenal.
Or like once a Gooner, always a Gooner.
Thanks a lot, Emmy.
There's any number of ways you can play
Thanks a lot, Emmy. Now, in the words of Travis Kelce, shut your mouth and know your role, you fucking jabroni.
That was... Jorginho's goal was Partey-esque.
Yeah, it was.
And
you keep saying that, but I feel like it would be Partey-esque if it was still in low orbit right now.
He's gotten better at that.
Yeah. He has, and he scored 2 screamers this year. But he's taken 20 of them, and 18 of them ended about
Partey's shot off the crossbar against Spurs might be the best miss I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was a great miss.
Because if he scored that one, that is like...
That would have been goal of the season.
That would have been tattoos and T-shirts.
Yeah.
Songs would have been made about it. Guys would have been telling...
If we were Spurs, we'd make an end-of-season DVD about that.
Guys would have been in pubs.
Because we wouldn't win any trophies.
Guys would have been in pubs telling their grandkids, so anyway, 2023.
I need another one.
That was the time.
Yeah, and that Jorginho shot came off the bar today. And to be fair to him, it was a tremendous strike, but it was just one of those things where it's like, we're not going to, because we were clearly just
the last
beating the shit out of him.
We were taking it to him.
We were taking it to him, and it was like, shit, are we not going to? And then it went off at Emmy's head.
When Lucas Digne came in, I was like, oh, it's on now.
Yeah.
Spice
it went in off of Emmy's head, and my watch thought I was about to fucking die because my heart rate went to 150 when I was up here jumping
Lucas
around.
Digne coming into the game, he's another one of those guys where it just goes, he's still in the league? He's still here?
Yeah.
Like, is Ashley Young about to come in?
He's a really good player. He's just kind of aging out. The other Lucas has replaced him for France because he started for France in like 2018, but Lucas Hernandez has now, and then he got hurt, and so his brother Teo Hernandez took his place in the World Cup.
Well, here's the thing: 2018 was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Jesus, yeah.
So, but if you're 27 at that point, and now you're 32,
right? No, I'm just saying. No, I mean like five. My point is like 2018 feels like it was like, oh, it was just 2018. No, that shit was 5 years ago. It's been a hot minute.
No, I get it.
It's been a hot minute. But
he's a decent player, but you know. That was an uninspired sub by Unai Emery.
Yeah.
And Unai Emery did that shit a lot when he was managing Arsenal too.
Well, and you made the
they
point,
need
Tom,
to get the game, and he's sitting on Luka Dean like.
Yeah.
You know?
But you made the point on Twitter, Tom, that like for the first like 75 minutes, we were playing more like the Unai Emery team than the Unai Emery team.
If you had thrown different uniforms on them and obscured people's faces, which side is the Unai Emery side? You would have said it was us.
Yeah.
We were erroneous. Benny White looked bad. He was giving away the balls. Zinchenko was giving away the ball. Granit Xhaka just a shadow of what he was 4 games ago.
I think Jacques is another one who's tired.
Yeah. He's got to be.
Come
he's
those
30,
75 minutes. Yeah.
He's just you know the legs, and that's why we need more depth. And we've done good. We did good in January buying depth. Clearly, because 2 of our depth players started today. 2 of the guys we bought in January started today, and they played pretty well. But you know we need to just keep going with that in the summer. We need to go after Rice and Caicedo and these guys. We need more depth, like City has. City have 2 starting 11s that can beat most people in the world.
Our possession was bigger. It was us going after
65,
them.
35.
Their whole thing was they had a couple times they would just launch these long balls and it would be
us.
No, Villa.
Okay.
Villa would launch these long balls and be Willie Saliba racing, and he was a foot race with him and Ollie Watkins. And apart from that, they really didn't. To use a basketball term, you know, they didn't have a half-court offense. They didn't really come at us. Dribbling, creativity. Leon Bailey came in. I was actually surprised that he didn't start because when he came in,
I was surprised that he was alive. Thought that guy was dead.
He looked
decent.
Yeah, he came in.
Except for the 1,000 step overs.
He was lively, and then was it him? Yeah, it was him. Who was it that smashed one off the bar?
That was Bailey. Yeah.
Well,
that was actually saved. Ramsdale saved it.
He did save it off the bar. Yeah.
And again, that we needed every millimeter of that happening in order to go on and win this game. Because Villa typically don't score more than 2 goals. Yeah. Also, Ian said something to me earlier. I'm not sure. I didn't check this stat, but he said
think it is right.
He said that Villa scored the most goals in the league this year inside the first 15 minutes. They've also given up the most goals in the league this year inside the first 15 minutes. So 1-1 at 20 minutes. I'm like, well, it's about right. That's a classic Villa game, I guess. That's a crazy stat.
I was shocked at the goal that we gave up.
And let's talk about that. So
because Ben White, because we started with Ben White, and I was kind of hoping we go back because I don't know what's happened to Ben White. Okay, yeah, vote of confidence, but then just that. To get turned inside out,
he played well after the first.
He played well offensively.
To get turned inside out by that pass by them, you know, it's one thing if you play that poorly.
Oh, you mean the second goal?
Yeah.
So what happened is he went so he was tracking his man back, but he went way too wide. And if you know that guy is quicker than you, you can't go so close to the touchline. Thank you, Katie. You can't go so close to the touchline right there because he's just going to run around you.
And the pass,
I think it was Buendia that Buendia just. Yeah. You know, Buendia can pick a pass like that. He's got good vision.
But let's talk about the first goal. Zinchenko, you know, he's been giving the ball away.
Yeah.
And, you know, yes, he scored the second goal, and Ian got on my face about it. But
like, I got it in Joey's face.
Yes,
it's fair enough.
But here's a thought. So
sorry about that.
So, like, you know, we're talking about Xhaka is looking a little worn out. Okay. like, why not move Zinchenko into the Xhaka role, because we know he can do it.
I've wondered about that.
And put Tierney in a left back. Because the best of both worlds, you give Xhaka a rest, you give Zinchenko a little break from the defensive responsibility. Because, like, I think Jared made the point outside, like, Zinchenko, after he got Player of the Month, has kind of taken it upon himself to just do every damn thing.
Right, he's shooting from distance.
And like, he's also,
we needed that today.
No, we did today, but I mean, like, he's got, you know,
he's trying to do too much right now.
The turnover happens, he's got the ball, like,
what was the match?
He's just trying to do too much.
Was it before the City match? Who do we play before the City match? And
Everton?
He took 2 from distance against Everton.
And they were trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
Or no, we lost to Everton, and then we drew somebody.
No, we drew Everton.
Did we? Well, we did draw Everton. Okay.
No, we lost
1-0 to Everton.
We lost 1-0.
And then we drew to somebody
Odegaard was marking this guy that was like twice his size.
Okay. Let's see.
Maybe it's the Brentford match. There was one match where Zinchenko had 2 from distance.
It was Brentford. We drew 1-1 with him, right?
He had 2 from distance.
We lost Everton. Yeah.
I get it. He is, Gunnar Block said it best, he is the queen on the chessboard. He goes where he wants. Brilliant football mind.
But that's the thing, like, if he's having and like, I'm not, you know, Ian's like, so he sucks, right? Like, he doesn't suck, but he's having a bad run of defensive form.
Yes,
and so
absolutely.
when I put him in the midfield where he doesn't have to do so much of that.
Yeah,
I'm with that, because the part of his game that most fits what Arteta wants is his ability to control the game from a more centralized position.
The galaxy brain.
And just his IQ and his technical ability. And so, you know, because a lot of people, his technical ability, like on the ball, like with the ball. And so defensively, you know, he can be a liability at times.
Yes.
Or when he has the ball, because he has technical ability on the ball. Because when they surround him close to their own,
I want to say it was his giveaway today that gave him the first goal.
Yes, and it was his giveaway against City that gave him the second goal.
Yeah. And he might possibly be, like, I'm sure Opta has this stat. He might be top of our giving away for goals. Because it used to be like Xhaka was the king of that, and then now Xhaka's like, thanks for taking that from me.
Taking the heat off.
They're not mad at me.
That is the number one stat you don't want to have.
But I mean, I think that's like, going forward, that's something they ought to consider, because, you know,
I agree.
He should play.
Well, because Xhaka's what, 31, 30?
Yeah.
Like, he can't play every fucking game either.
Yeah.
So, like, Zinchenko can play the midfield, and he'd be less
I
likely
honestly
to
think
turn the
that's
ball
where
over.
he's best.
Yeah.
If you ever watch a Ukraine game in the last 3 or 4 years, he's their vice captain. And if you watch a Ukraine game in like the last 5 years, he plays central midfield for us, and he bosses like every fucking game.
Yeah, and
he's so calm and collected, especially when he knows he's got support behind him defensively. That's when he has sort of the confidence.
There's a really cool video circulating of him. There's a kid doing keepy uppies in the street.
Yeah, I saw that this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
So the kid is doing keepy uppies.
Yeah.
He's just got his phone on the ground, and at the bottom, just keep watching.
Yeah.
45 seconds in, you look behind him, and it's, holy shit, it's the Arsenal squad.
Oh shit!
All with their full, trackies and jackets. Zinchenko stops to play this
kid.
with
the kid, yeah.
And this kid nutmegs Zinchenko.
Yeah. And like the 2 trailers in the team are like, oh,
yeah, it's so good.
But yeah, I mean, that's
sign that fucking kid up.
Yeah, and like, but you do that.
Zinchenko let a kid nutmeg him. God damn it.
Yeah, no, we're not going there. But no, like, you do that.
There are some that would try to use that to say that he sucks.
No. But like, you give Xhaka a break.
Those people that
you
like anytime, like say for instance, like this week, Ben White for Valentine's Day posted a photo of his girlfriend in Paris. And I just know some angry foreign fan is like, less time in Paris and more time practicing football.
Pitch, yeah.
Like, dude, he probably took that picture ages ago.
As if he hasn't been a top 3 player in this team for 2 years now.
Right. But there are those obsessives that are like,
it's like, not everyone can be Kieran Tierney, where they just sit at home with their chef.
They have no
and
life.
Then go play.
They're like
nothing.
They're like
these guys are allowed to have downtime. It's part of what makes a player good, is if he's allowed to look forward to some downtime like that.
I want to find where these people work and come to their warehouse where they drive a forklift.
Less talking about Ben White and more learning about that fucking forklift. You fucking
exactly.
How many people have you impaled with that forklift this year? Have you not seen
and you don't get to go home. You sleep on a cot in the back. The food will be here.
Get up at 3 a.m. and start fucking working on that forklift again, bitch.
Pallets, bitch. But no, I mean, and like, so you do that. Xhaka gets a break. Zinchenko gets to explore more in the midfield, and you get Tierney, who is not getting beat back defensively. And also, like, one thing we didn't have a ton of today was like really aggressive overlapping runs. Like, there'd be
from
space,
our fullbacks.
Well, just from anybody.
Not from
honestly.
the fullbacks. Yeah.
Our fullbacks, our 2 fullbacks,
they were leading the charge.
Fullbacks,
was the problem.
Well, our preferred fullbacks don't really overlap. That's not their game.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
we rely on our wingers for width.
But also, like, if you,
as opposed to like a Liverpool or something like that.
But I mean, having one other guy who's is going to do that can't hurt.
And I thought Ben White did a good job of doing that sort of duty.
Yeah, he gave away the ball a lot today.
He did, and he's not offensively strong. Even though I thought he had
some good moments.
I thought he had a stronger offensive game today or attacking game today than he has in a while.
Yeah,
he's a stalwart in defense, but I thought he did a lot better than we're used to.
He's been
in an
kind of
attacking
crappy.
sense. But
on the other hand, we have played Brentford and City, and City. Yeah, City. I'll admit it.
And Brentford is a good
us.
team too, because Brentford they've taken points off City, Liverpool, Man United, us. They've taken points off of pretty much everyone in the big six. So let's not act like Brentford is some trash ass team.
No, I think he's saying the opposite. I think he's saying that he's struggling.
Well, not us particularly, but there are people that would say, "Oh,
Ben,
yes, I believe we should be beating them," but also
it's not like we collapsed.
Aggressively. Those teams I mentioned, they beat those teams. Yeah. Liverpool, City, they beat those teams. Taking points off of Brentford isn't for everyone.
Yeah. Ben is pretty good going forward normally. I mean, he played defensive midfielder for Leeds. He dribbles really, really well.
Well, going forward in a wide sense, he's not great, in my opinion.
Well, he didn't do it today.
Yeah. I thought he did okay today, which is why I was surprised by that.
I think he did
and
better
he wasn't
than
anything special. It's just so much better than we're used to. We're used to him, like, trying it a couple times a game or not even trying it, and then when he does, like, it not being successful at all. He got like 3 crosses in today, which is that's not his game.
Less time in the tanning bed, more time practicing your crosses.
Less time working on those curls in your hair, and more time working on crosses.
I mean, he is without doubt the tannest person in all of the UK. There's no question, right? Like nobody could possibly,
except for black people.
Okay, well that's not tan.
He's the tannest white person.
People that are artificially.
Yeah, people that are getting it somehow.
And I doubt he goes to tanning beds. I mean, judging by his
I think he gets some sun. I think he's probably lays out back
it doesn't
at his
take
house.
long to get to Spain, you know?
I guess.
I think he probably has a sunbathing area at his house. He's got
because all that sun out in London
exactly.
in the winter. They don't do that shit over there.
I've been there in July.
Fair enough.
I can throw on I don't even know if people still put like tanning lotion on their bodies.
Oh, he's rich. He probably has a tanning bed at home.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah. That's a fair point.
No, I guarantee that motherfucker is getting. Look, and props. Fine. You look great. Like, if I look like Ben White, would I not get tan? Of course I would. But
I mean, Ben White is a good-looking man.
Yeah, and he's always got his shirt off. If I look like that, I would always have my fucking shirt off too.
Hell yeah!
I wouldn't wear pants
instead of looking like
Ben
a
White.
fat sack of shit.
Speaking
of
fat
I walk around all the time at home with my
so-
pants off.
So Fabiera came in. I was upset to see Fabiera come in because I'm not a fan.
I would like to see Smith Rowe instead, just to see him for.
I need Tom to just talk shit about everybody because every time Tom talks shit about somebody,
they play well next week.
Yeah.
Well,
he came in.
Zinchenko had a goal today, but let's remember to quote Wesley Snipes.
He gave up a goal, so he's back to neutral for the day.
To quote Wesley Snipes in White Man Can't Shop, sometimes the sun even shines on a dog's ass.
Yeah.
So it was a nice goal. It was a very nice goal.
But let's not act like he's a dog.
No, he's not. He's not trash. He's
had a bad month. I will say that. Yeah.
Ever since he got the player of the month.
Yeah. No, and it's just like, what is the it's like with Trossard starting today. It's like, we're not saying he's trash. We're saying he needs a fucking break.
Yeah.
Or
rotate to midfield.
Because we know that Martinelli is not trash. We know that.
We decided
but there are a lot less people that give the same grace to Zinchenko. I'm just going to put that out there.
No, I mean, I've never been the Zinchenko is trash camp, but he's not playing well right now, and like, this is, I don't know if this is Arteta having a little of anger in him, but it's just like, I keep going back to the fact that we have depth. Like, your 11 does not have to be the same every week. Like, you have other guys that can play,
and we bought depth
right,
a little bit.
Figure out how to work more of them on a regular basis.
I like a little mix and match. I think the only time I don't want it, and I forget what year it was, that we didn't have the same back four.
Oh yeah, all year. Like, yeah,
we had like 3 years ago.
That's
3 games.
Too much.
Yeah,
that's too much.
Because the back four definitely needs to be on a telepathic level.
Well,
because infamously so, Tony Adams used to talk about when George Graham drilled their back four, they were all tethered with an actual rope, and still the greatest defense of all time. And then you got guys out there now that, because here's another thing. Okay, Ben White, he got twisted on that goal. Fine, you got twisted on that goal, but after that, what do our guys do? Saliba didn't look great. Xhaka didn't look great. Coutinho, it was his first goal in 32 games?
Yeah.
And he pretty much always just like a...
Well, and Coutinho, no matter what team he plays for, he scores every fucking time he plays.
The thing is, that motherfucker should have been on at least a yellow card.
Like that.
Drogba scored on us.
Drogba, Jamie Vardy. They score on us every time they fucking play for some reason.
Was it Ings for Southampton or Shane Long?
It was Shane Long. Shane fucking and that guy's as bang average gets, but he scored against us every fucking time.
He's like that guy you see walk into a bar.
Back in the day, it was Ji-Sung Park for Man United.
Yeah, he
always played like fucking prime Zidane against us for some reason.
Well, the thing about Coutinho is he should have been on at least a yellow, if not sent off for running right through Saka and taking his legs out under him.
Absolutely. And Moreno, is that his name? Alex Moreno?
Yeah.
That he should have been on.
They just brought him in January.
Yeah,
he came from one of the Reals, not the good Real.
He had his fucking hand.
I don't know if it was Valladolid or
Valladolid, Oviedo. Oh no, Oviedo is second division. It might be Valladolid or Betis, maybe.
I have no fucking idea.
I just saw the transfer over there.
I saw the transfer. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that. Like,
but he has like a Spanish sounding name and like it's stylish.
Rita Moreno.
They had Duran out there today too.
Jaime Moreno.
Roberto Duran, the boxer.
Yeah. Now when
I said that. Yeah, let's go.
That Duran guy that came in, he was a problem.
He was all right.
Yeah.
Again, he comes in and it's just like why he should have been starting. If Leon Bailey has started, if Duran has started, they would have looked a lot better.
Yeah,
I mean, they looked okay for a good amount of the game, and part of that was because we let them back in it. But But so talking about dudes that should have been sent off, let's talk about some officiating stuff. So.
After Lee Mason's quote unquote retirement.
Yeah. And look, all
party by mutual consent. We're gonna fire your motherfucking ass. You got anything to say about it?
Yeah, like,
no, I deserve to be fired. Good.
Yeah. And so
they let him quit so he can have his pension or whatever, and it can look a little bit better.
Look safe face.
Yeah.
But props are due. Like, we have been bitching and moaning for accountability for I don't know how long. And we have finally gotten some.
How long have I been saying I'm yearning for the days of Howard Webb? Now that he's in there at the PG Mall, like.
The PG Mall.
The PG Mall.
The Prince George County Mall.
the professional game match officials limited, I think is what the PG Mall is. Yeah. It's like a separate company.
Anything more than 4 letters should not be an acronym.
Yeah, it's too much.
The Pig Mall.
Yeah.
So now that Howard Webb is in the Pig Mall, at least we're starting to see some semblance of accountability.
Right, because
with these guys.
We know we're not going to get a replay. We know we're not going to get
those 2 points. Yeah.
But they should have the fear of God in them that if I fuck up,
you're going to get fired. You might lose your fucking job. Because they have no reason to like do their best.
Right.
Because they have no accountability. They have
it's not even
consequence.
That. Like I don't want people to be playing because I don't want you to be like so scared of losing your job. You're just like on edge the entire game, right? But at the same time,
a normal amount of if I don't perform, just like you have, he has, I have, we all that work, we all have that.
Yes.
A normal amount of I actually have to do my fucking job if I want to keep that job.
It's not like because like on field shit happens. Like guys miss stuff, whatever. But like if you're in the fucking VAR booth and you just forget to apply the lines, like that's just like,
fucking Lee Mason. He deserved to get fired.
It's what Arteta said. It is not understanding how to do your job.
But it's one thing. It's one thing, for instance, if he fucks up like a Bournemouth versus Everton, but for us,
that game doesn't have title implications,
right? Because for us,
but Bournemouth for Everton might have relegation implications.
Exactly.
Okay, so they need to get that right too.
But for
every
us,
game's equally important.
Entering the Champions League, there are tens of millions at stake. Winning the league is at stake for us. There are tens of millions.
It can't be a refereeing mistake.
There's principalities involved in this, Smokey. And there are tens of millions. So like if you are an investment banker and if you cost your firm and your clients tens of millions, you're out on your ass.
You're out of there before the end of the day.
I saw a couple, and I'm not going to name names, but a couple of you were like, oh, that's a bit harsh for him. Like, no, fuck him. Fuck him. He's a referee. It's a privilege to have this job.
Well, and it's like I said, it's not like he missed some shit in real time, like a human error.
He's done it twice. If you were a heart surgeon and or let's say, for instance, like if you're a fucking civil engineer and that bridge you built collapsed, you go to fucking prison, man.
Yeah, people die because of that.
Well, but it's like, the thing is like, okay, on the one hand, you go, the stakes are not that high, but on the other hand, it's like, this is not, like I said, something that happens, snap, and you just missed it. I guess I missed something in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, but Joshua Kimmich almost scored a world.
But this is just like basic concepts of when X happens, what do I do? And like you have all the time in the world to think about it. Like the play is stopped. You do your job. You put the. Look, I'm gonna say I don't agree.
And also to not draw the line is a very very. I'm trying to think
like being a VAR referee day one. That's what they teach you. Draw the goddamn line.
Like you crashed a car because you fell asleep, or very very rudimentary, run-of-the-mill.
Like he was just so sure he was right that he didn't need to do it. Yeah. And it's like, no, you don't. Now, I personally don't agree with the lines. I don't think it should be a thing. I think VAR replay should be real-time only, no fucking freeze frame, find like the dude's like elbow skin that's offside. I guess it couldn't be elbow because that was not a playable, but your ball hair that keeps
real time only.
Yes, because that's the thing. Like,
I hate VAR.
At that point, why do it?
Because the ref might not have been looking at something. You just need to see it again. Like, you could have been distracted by some fucking girl taking her shirt off in the front row or whatever.
Here's the only thing. Here's the only reason I disagree with that. If you're gonna do VAR, I think it's got to be like that because it's got to be I guess quote unquote the way it is now because a guy could be 3 feet onside, but in real time he might look offside because he's that fucking fast. You know what I mean?
I don't know about that.
Martinelli, or maybe not 3 feet, but like a foot onside. A foot is a lot when it comes to being onside or offside.
But like for me, the idea is like that the spirit of the game. Like, and
yes.
I'm not going to sit here and be like the framers of the Constitution.
I understand what you're saying, but
yeah.
you got to do one or the other. Well, and I think the way they do it now is,
I don't know that you do because like
you have to do real time or you have to allow them to slow it down.
Right.
Those are your only options.
Yes, but I mean, like I agree that you should have real time. You should have replays because you just might miss something.
Mm-hmm. The more they've added VAR,
film this shit.
The more they've added scrutiny, the more VAR there's more wrong going on.
Yes.
The additional scrutiny has been negative. It's deleterious. As a fan, I fucking hate it because when I watch the game, I can't enjoy myself.
Right. Can't enjoy a goal
because I don't know if the rug's going to be yanked out from under me.
Or if there's a handball in the build-up, or if there was
because I need his worship to fucking approve it.
Yeah, and so it's like, look.
So for me, it's either have it the way it is now, but just have people do it better, or don't have it at all.
It should be the way it used to be because I
don't have it at all.
I cannot recall a moment in my history that, I mean, apart from like Barcelona 2006 where they missed Samuel Eto'o being offside, but I can't recall a moment where like I needed a referee that badly. I really think,
but that
there are like dozens.
I can argue that's the most important moment in our club's entire history.
It is, but would VAR have given it? I mean, it's fucking Barcelona. They probably wouldn't.
I mean, well. That's the issue with VAR. It's not that VAR is a thing.
Very political.
It's that it's still in the hands of a man, and a man can make a mistake, and a man can be corrupt.
Right, because they've now added 4 fuck ups.
Yeah,
right.
More moving parts.
Right. But no, okay. So let's set aside whether or not we think VAR should or shouldn't exist.
That was a good discussion, I thought.
No, it was. But like, just to the point of what happened.
The more they try to change our game, the
worse it gets.
Yes, because I remember like years ago reading an article where they're like, every year it comes up like, what can we do to improve the game? With MLS when they had those ridiculous shootouts. And I remember Pelé.
Oh, I loved those.
And then Pelé even said at one point like they should shorten the fields so that there's more action. I'm thinking, fuck that. The beauty of this game is that you don't change anything.
Yeah, well, that's
like
the same thing's happening in
every
baseball.
year in the NFL. Like, okay, this year are we allowed to do this? Like, how many steps is it before it's a fucking late hit? Abusing like the fact that this ball. Germany there's an expression, the ball is rund, the ball is round.
Yeah.
There is a truth to this game and a purity, and
sure.
I don't want fucking VAR, and I don't want 5 subs, and I don't want Man United getting bought by a fucking
another state.
Like that has more money than the other guy.
Yeah.
How many more fucking like it's gonna be nothing but mercenaries after this. I don't want this game to change. I mean, watching Germany here, it's the way it was intended to be. They got a nice peace symbol there in the middle. That's gonna piss off a lot of people. But anyway,
peace will piss off a lot of people.
Everything will piss people off.
Fair enough.
The peace symbol in the middle.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
Because people are going to look at that and it's going to be.
Don't make it political. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
No. Okay, I'm with you on that. Yeah.
But
you're making it too political. Like, hey, peace is political.
It is to some.
Since when?
Everything is to somebody.
And I know that
anything
the three of us probably don't think peace is political.
I mean, say like that.
I also don't think human rights are political. I think that human rights are
say like the gay Gooners thing. Every time they post something in favor of gay Gooners, here they come.
Yeah, here come all the assholes.
What about the Uyghur Muslims? You required to you silenced Mesut Ozil. Like they had a fucking gang of people with a gun to his head.
I don't know if you saw. I think
Mesut Ozil does to this day not
right?
know what a fucking Uyghur Muslim is. If he had to write 100 fucking word essay on a Uyghur Muslim, Mesut Ozil is not going to have the answer.
I mean, I think he would. But
I think he. Anyway,
he is also a Muslim himself. He's not a Uyghur Muslim, but he's a Muslim himself.
To close the book,
I would say there's a higher likelihood that he would know what it is.
To close the book on Lee Mason, whether or not you agree with the way that VAR is being applied,
fuck him.
The point is, those are the rules. It's the most basic fucking principle of your job. If you don't know how to do the simplest fucking thing,
he wasn't doing his job well. So I think being fired is the natural consequence.
Yeah, because like, what do you what short of that, like, because that's been the problem for years and years and years and years and years. Is there's no consequences, and like, yes, it's. I mean, admittedly, I guess it's kind of harsh, but like, what are you gonna do? Send him down to the championships so you can fuck up more there?
Did you see my tweet on about the gay Gooners thing?
No,
I can't remember.
Okay, they basically like Yes, like whenever they post something about gay Gooners, people come in and it's so like stupid and homophobic.
They're starting to block people.
In the replies, yes, they are. And I just tweeted, hey, listen, like anybody that's following me or that has access to this tweet, if you agree with the homophobic rhetoric and vitriol against gay Gooners, fuck off and never talk to me again. Yeah. Also, if you agree with the racist abuse that Ivan Toney suffered. I think that was at our ground. Fuck off and never talk to me again.
Someone is somewhere,
and they could fuck off and never talk to me again. Because I want to say if they're associated with me in any way.
There's somebody that got caught like 2 years ago. I think it was an Arsenal fan. They're like like Daily Mail Arsenal fan. And it's like some fucking 14-year-old kid from Morocco or some goddamn place.
Yeah, so it's like Arsenal shirt.
So like we are using a blanket term for, say, like a guy that goes to every away game is a Arsenal fan, right? And then some dickhead that decides to follow a team from his television from thousands of miles away. Not to get into that whole argument about like what makes a real fan.
We're not gatekeeping here, but
because we're thousands of miles away, and I hate when people tell me I'm not a real fan.
But like
some
kid from whatever, they're basically, and I don't want to diminish it, but it's just some idiot kid from God knows where, just
said some stupid shit on the internet,
right? Like
wearing an Arsenal shirt.
Yeah, and
that's fair.
14-year-old kids, he's not going to know any better. I mean, I'll stand corrected if it's like 63-year-old fucking John Doe from Holloway Road that has been supporting Arsenal for 40 years and calls him God knows what.
Then that guy can throw the book at him. Enjoy his lifetime ban.
Yeah,
but there's like,
but also like I even if it's a kid, if it's like racist or sexist or homophobic. I don't have very much sympathy beyond the fact that your brain isn't fully developed
what Tom's
yet.
Trying to say is like Arsenal fan says XYZ. That's not representative of any sort of Arsenal
but the media does that all the fucking time. Yeah. I remember I can't remember who the player was. I think you and I talked about this time.
It was like 2-11. 11's going to finish it.
It was like former Arsenal star.
Oh yeah, who was that?
Gets in trouble. I can't even remember who it is.
And he played
he had zero appearances for Arsenal.
Played like 180 games for Celtic.
180 games for Celtic and 0 appearances, but former Arsenal star gets. And it's like, boy, if this doesn't tell you about the media bias towards Arsenal, then nothing will.
Yeah, like kind of
star, 0 games, 0 goals, star, Arsenal star.
So say like the Ivan Toney thing. I was like, okay, I feel badly that this happens. But I'm willing to venture a bet that almost every fucking striker, major star of every team probably receives hateful messages. Sure. And the timing of the story was coming out right when everybody was talking about like how we got fucked, how the referees fucked us, and Ivan Toney's like, they're calling me words on the internet, Yeah, but your goal didn't count, asshole.
I mean, I don't think one necessarily invalidates the other.
I will never make any excuse whatsoever for racist behavior. So that's where I'm going to push back on you. If it happened to him, then I'm 100% condemning that it happened to him. I will also 100% condemn that it happened to anyone. It's the reason I still won't go to Italy to this fucking day.
Yeah.
I'll never take my wife to Italy because I would be afraid in Italy because there's some racist assholes there. I don't understand how black players can fucking play in Italy. Holy horrible. Shit. Did you hear the thing a few years back?
How many bananas they got in Italy? They're all coming at you.
That thing a few years back where the Curve Nord wrote a letter to Romelu Lukaku telling him being apologist for the Cagliari fans that racially abused him, and the Inter Milan fans wrote a letter to him. His own team's ultras wrote a letter to him, and they're like, "Hey, just don't worry about it.
Let it go." Yeah,
I would have never played another game for them again.
It is bizarre.
Are you fucking kidding me? But bizarre. Italy is just a bizarre thing they're on another level.
Oh, Russia is, and then you got Atletico Madrid fans that hung that effigy of Vinicius Jr. From a bridge.
The point. Every team's got
Chelsea. See, I bring up. Here's why I bring up. Sorry, I'll end it.
Like Chelsea has more than most other teams.
But here's why I bring up. Here's why I bring up the internet fan thing, because we got in trouble because some idiot from another country that I would look at and go, he's not Arsenal. They bring that up in comparison to when I can say
stuff happening locally when you're there,
and the Chelsea fans in Paris. Like with Chelsea fans, there are actual
or they
videos.
Bring it up when everybody suffers racist abuse or whatever. They bring up the specific Arsenal stuff.
Well,
because they have a bias against Arsenal. I agree with that.
Some 14-year-old boy in Morocco calls Ivan Toney, whatever.
Yeah.
Then I'll go, and I've got multiple videos. Like, here's the one of Chelsea fans in Paris going, we're racist, we're racist, we're
on the
racist.
Train, on the
and
train.
That's the way
we
like it.
Yeah.
Like, multiple videos, and they're like, it's your 14-year-old
group of people.
But this kid said this.
Who will probably change teams, and who probably, like, you look at, like, his social media profile. Like, those are my least favorite fucking accounts that are like, quote unquote Arsenal fans. It's
but
like
it's got a picture of a Chelsea player.
It's a picture of Messi.
Yeah,
and then
he's an Arsenal fan.
And then the handle's name is like Mbappe-esque.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like Arsenal fan.
More marvelous Mbappe or something like that.
I mean, like those like you take that for what it is. But no, I mean, you're right. Like,
he's from Thailand, and his favorite international team is Brazil.
I do agree that the media will harp on anything that puts Arsenal in a bad light.
Yeah.
Well, and while I agree that I think there's racism everywhere, and every club has a racist contingent. Arsenal are one of the best clubs about that. It's at least the fans
we've been the most inclusive
locally
club.
there.
It's a fact.
We've been super inclusive.
It's not and
the club themselves go out of their way to be super inclusive.
Yeah.
That's why they retweet shit from the gay Gooners, and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was pretty active in the replies. That's been my thing, and then a lot of my London friends. In fact, my friend Darth Styles, I retweeted the gay Gooners thing and said, I stand up. I don't know. It's virtue signaling, but it needs to be done because when you look at the replies, there are some absolutely awful things. And then I was going back.
It's not virtue signaling.
Well,
if you believe it's the right thing to do, it's just the right thing to do. You're not trying to impress anybody.
But I guess
that's virtue signaling.
But I guess it's. I felt the need to go in the replies because there were some awful things coming. Like, and there's a fucking Nigerian guy. Like, he's in my replies like every day.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You need Jesus," and I'm like, Jesus is anti-gay, and it's like, well, if a gay man can't produce kids, so I'm like, okay, you want to go there? So barren women,
bro. I have Jesus, and I still think that you shouldn't spew hate about other people.
Yeah, so
you know
it's weird. A lot of people use
especially with the people. I'll say, punch a Nazi, sure, but like people that
use their religion.
Being gay is not a choice because if it was, they would choose to be straight because it's an easier fucking life.
Exactly.
Being trans isn't a fucking choice.
I've been told that so many times.
Isn't a choice. Gender dysphoria isn't a choice. Don't you think they would choose the easier route if they had a fucking choice? It's who they are.
Well, you know who chooses the easy route a lot is the FA. They do love to charge us with failure to control our players. It was refreshing to see that City finally got charged from our game until I read the entire thing and found out that we were charged.
Wait, did we get charged in the same game, or is that the report of us being levied a fine from the Oxford game?
No, in the same incident, we have both been charged. Because there were fucking like 9 City players surrounding the ref and 2 of our guys there. And City
that were kind of nearby. They were in the camera frame.
And City did it multiple times that game. So, hey, look, good on them for finally giving City a little bit of a slap, but they probably wouldn't have done it if they couldn't have gotten us at the same time with the backswing.
Right.
So, but here's what I mean.
By the way, folks, if you're watching, you saw Tom get up and go to the restroom. We used the restroom immediately before we started the podcast.
Look, as someone whose bladder's been sliced and diced, it happens.
Well, you have an excuse.
Whatever. He's been drinking. We've all been drinking. Anyway, that game, whether one team should have been charged or another or not, had a pretty ridiculous amount of ref hounding.
Yes.
And so
mainly by City,
yes. But like it was all over the place, and it's been kind of just ramping up league wide. And I
guess I don't pay attention to other clubs because I don't know how many other clubs have been charged. Because every single Premier League game that happens, players surround the ref.
Right.
Every club and every game should be getting fines.
And that's what I'm saying.
Arsenal been fined like 2 or 3 times now.
Right. Yeah. But like my point is like this shit is kind of shameful that it keeps happening. Like because like how many times has anyone ever like gone up to the ref and be like, "Yo, you fucked," to be like, "You know what? You're right." Never. It's
Fair.
never.
Yeah.
So it's a bad look. It just makes everyone look like a bunch of fucking crybabies. And honestly, I think it should be gotten out of the game. But the question is, how do you do it?
Also,
because the fines aren't working.
I got to be honest with you. If a ref makes an obviously bad call, especially if I'm involved, when I play like Sunday League or whatever, CVSA, like I can't help but talking back to the ref either. I think it's just a spur of the moment thing. You got so much fucking adrenaline pumping through your veins.
I mean, I guess.
And also, my games aren't so important as games when Arsenal are trying to win the title. My fucking CVSA games, even when I was playing for like the division title or whatever, that's just not important.
It does not really matter. No, but I guess
so I can tell the ref he's a fucking piece of shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, sure, but like you said an obviously bad call. I mean, the one where City was all pissed off was the correct call.
Yes.
And so like
City are just a bunch of bitches. Like, they surround the ref because they believe they have a strong sense of entitlement within their squad. They should just be given the trophy every year because they think they're the best or whatever.
The point is, like, soccer already, and like this is more of a, an American viewpoint of it, but soccer already gets knocked for everyone diving and rolling around and whatever else.
Yeah.
And now you've got these dudes crying and moaning to the refs. Like, it gives it a bad look as a sport in that it's just a bunch of whiny assholes kicking a ball around.
Sure.
And so, like, I feel like it should be.
We all three of us like sports in general. And we like more than one sport. Soccer, football is my favorite sport, but I'm a huge fan of basketball and baseball, or basketball and football as well. I know you're a huge football and baseball fan. Yeah. I know he's a huge football fan, big Ravens fan right here. So like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like,
by the way, Lamar Jackson, what the fuck's gonna happen with that? Holy shit!
I mean, he's
gonna be a whole different podcast.
Exactly.
But yeah, hey, come on to DC, Lamar. Yeah. We got you, baby.
He would be out of his mind to do that. But no, it's just
he wouldn't have to sell his house probably.
Yeah.
Why would he be out of his mind to do that?
Because it's the Commanders, and they're still a mess.
If Lamar Jackson comes to the Commanders, we're easily a playoff team. We were almost a playoff team last year.
So
we were almost all 4 teams from the NFC East almost made the playoffs last year.
I wanted to talk about
it was the best division in football.
I wanted to talk about Odegaard today.
Well, just let me finish. Okay. You missed what we were talking about. Yeah. Like, is there a way to get all of the whining to the ref, en masse out of the game that wouldn't also destroy the game? Like, I don't know if there is. Like,
how about what if you gave an automatic yellow to anyone but the captain if he gets into it?
That's what needs to happen.
It's something, Like at a certain point, it's like, look, because like we talked about like what the NFL refs do every year. Like there are points of emphasis.
Now, Tom, do you agree with that? Because earlier you were like, I don't want the game to change. This is a part of the game. So do you want that to change?
I don't like the surrounding the ref. I never have. I hate Barcelona for a fucking dozen reasons.
And that Barcelona team won everything, and they never got in trouble for surrounding the ref.
And they were the first ones I ever saw. I absolutely despise surrounding the ref and touching them and doing the gesticulating.
Touching the ref like this? Yes. I'm like, bro, you cannot.
In baseball, touch the ref like that. In baseball, if you touch an umpire with your pinky finger, you are gone.
Immediately. If you make any contact with them. If your shirt touches their shirt, you're gone.
It is bizarre to me.
I believe in that. Like any sort of physical contact, immediate red, straight red, 3-game ban.
For a group of people that seems to be so untouchable.
Ouch.
That is one that I really wish. Yeah, if they said because why
else do you have captains?
Exactly. That's where I was going with it. It's. And that photo that I shared, that it's been all over Twitter, their entire 11, including Ederson, is surrounding them. We had
2 guys in the picture.
Zinchenko was there, and then Xhaka is like kind of, sort of.
He was in the camera frame.
If somebody was getting shot or stabbed on that one side, you couldn't look at Xhaka and say he had anything to do.
He wasn't close enough.
He's like, I was waiting on my bus, and all of a sudden these assholes showed up. Yeah. So it is like that. Yeah, it was egregious. I would love it. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm for it. I am. It would clean up the game a little bit and like.
And it adds more to the game as far as actual playing time.
Somehow Arsenal would still get in trouble.
I'm not saying that we
would. There's such a clear bias against us.
Yes. But like,
or Odegaard would get booked for talking to the ref when he's like, "Hey, I'm the captain. I'm supposed to do this. I'm the guy I'm the representative that's supposed to talk to you."
My God, his miss today, man.
Yeah, that was.
Oh boy,
that was rough.
I need to watch it back.
That was that. No, that he was basically an open goal. That was rough. So he had 2 choices. He could have tried to tuck it into the corner, tried to tuck it into, but since Martinez was rushing to cover that part of the goal, he could have tucked it around the way from where Martinez came.
Did he do so? End of Wenger, early Unai Emery era, we were like Southpaw squad. We had Giroud and Wilshere. We had guys that insisted Mesut Ozil had to be left-footed. Did Odegaard take it left-footed? Like, did he? Because it seems to me like if the ball is coming from the left and you're approaching the goal, you should smack it with the right. And he pulled it with his left because he hit it with his left.
That all depends.
It's also but the thing is, where are you in your stride?
And he's also good enough, just fucking pass it into the goal.
Yeah. If that ball's coming from the other side, for me, it all depends on the moment that I'm feeling. Because I pride myself on being a 2-footed player.
Well,
right?
but also, like,
not that I tackle 2-footed, I can use both feet.
But that's where I'm going with it. Did Odegaard overly rely on his left? Because...
Well, here's the other thing.
His adrenaline spiked, and he fucking dragged that shot wide. Because I would have taken that with my strong foot too. His eyes got too big. When the big hanging curves come in there and your eyes get as big as a beach ball and you fucking just whiff. Yeah. That's what he did in that moment.
But number one, it's easy to watch.
He scored a lot of goals for us this year, so you would kind of bank on him making that. I
mean,
there's no question. I had to go outside. And get some nicotine in me after that one because that was fucking rough. I'm with you.
It's fine now because we obviously won.
Yeah,
but
that was rough.
Had this ended 2-2,
yeah, that would have been brutal.
It would have been a very quiet.
We would have spent 30 minutes talking about that miss if we drawn that game.
It would have been a very quiet bus ride home.
But if we draw that game, then you talk about it was Zinchenko's giveaway. I mean, there's plenty of. I hate this. Like this one thing did whatever to the game.
If we're fair,
I'm not suggesting that should be the way it is. I'm suggesting that would be the way it is.
Yes, but no, like I look at situations like it's one thing like when you're like. You're dribbling in and you're deciding what to do, and then you find a reason to like cut to your left foot when there's no space. Like if the ball came to him, like it happens faster than it looks like in slow motion. Where are you in your stride?
And there are very few players in the world that are like truly 2-footed. Yeah. There's so few. And it's just one of those
Diego
things.
Forlan.
We like left-footed players. That's the thing that we like recently.
We
gravitate towards left-footed players.
Diego Forlan gave an interview once, and he said they asked, "Why are you so 2-footed?" And he said, "My father was 2-footed, and he taught me that however the ball bounces in the situation dictates which foot you hit it with." Yeah. Whereas here's where I'm going with that.
I agree that everyone should learn that, and everyone should try to be Diego Forlan.
Times have changed.
My guy that I talk about is David Villa.
Okay.
One of the most 2-footed players ever. When he was a kid, he broke his right leg.
But there's guys out there that it's like disappearing. Like the guys on a pro level.
Yeah.
And now and again, you see guys like, I didn't think Xhaka had it. And Xhaka has launched at least 2 right-footed
with his
shots.
right foot, yeah.
But it's just...
But then I saw Odegaard make like 5 right-footed passes today that I didn't even know that he was capable of doing.
So I'm just... Should this arise again, and I purposely avoided using the word if, should this situation... let's say he's doing an interview, and they said, okay, let's talk about that. If it's a cup final, are you going to take that left-footed again? You can do the same shit? Or are you going to instinctively... If the ball is coming from the left, it's easier. It's
less
physics.
likely to go sideways.
It is easier.
Well, it's
clearly if it comes from this side, you go.
I'm going to push back on that because it all depends on the timing of it and when you're running it, what foot you're on when you're running towards the ball.
Right.
For me, I'm not going to make a decision until I need to hit the ball, and that decision is going to be based on which foot is planted at the moment. I feel like he hit it with his
left because he, like Giroud and Wilshere and Ozil. Or like I gotta hit, or Pepe.
I don't think so. He scored a right-footed goal this year. Like
I think, yeah.
But he missed this one.
I mean, he missed this one and he missed it bad. But I don't think it was.
I think it's adrenaline. I think it's adrenaline.
Yeah, I think it is. Like you said, like you go, oh shit, this is gonna be easy. Well, it wasn't.
And everybody misses sitters.
So,
I mean,
root cause failure analysis here.
Ronaldo misses sitters. Fucking Messi misses sitters.
Well, this was a big one, and we won. But I'm just walking it back. If we had lost this one, we were.
Honestly,
I agree with that.
And Pepe is another one.
No, he should have hit it right foot.
His left foot.
So I think Pepe is way more left-footed than Odegaard.
He's like the king of left foot. Yeah.
But like, okay, should he have scored that? Yes, absolutely. Should Eddie have scored the one that he could have just walked straight through earlier?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't want to talk about that because all those podcasts where it's like fucking Hollywood squares of white guys with beards and glasses in their fucking living rooms.
Should Zinchenko have given the ball away? No. Like, you know.
What's the soundbite you and Will always use about the damn ball?
It's Coach Avery Johnson. I'm gonna pass you the ball, shoot the ball.
Yeah.
When I pass you the ball, shoot the ball.
Like any one mistake, you can overanalyze, you can dig into. It's a 90+ minute game.
And listen, I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here.
Yeah, this is our last item, so go for it.
Because damn it, we as a fan base are so goddamn toxic that it really gets to me sometimes. Because if we, I even heard it in this room until we won the fucking game today. It's just constant bitching about anything that can be bitched about, and I'm like. There are people that like look to me to provide like positivity and the things that we should be excited about, and I'm like, I experienced it this past week with one of my best friends, a guy that was a groomsman in my wedding. I was a groomsman at his wedding. We've known each other for 25 fucking years, and he's like, Joey, talk to me. We got to, how should I believe that we're going to go on and win the league now? And I'm like, listen, his name's Mike. I'm like, Mike, do whatever the fuck you want, man, because. It is literally not my job to convince you that we can win this league. It's not my job to convince you to support your club.
Well, hopefully today convince them.
It's not my fucking job. I'm fucking on empty. I'm on empty from fucking trying to convince people that we can win this league. The amount of fucking vitriol that I've seen and that I've personally gotten since Wednesday, since we lost the City, is like. It's our fucking fan base. There's a large swath of our fan base that's so goddamn toxic. And anytime any little thing happens that's negative, they fucking go off the goddamn deep end. And I'm like, I cannot. It's starting to affect my mental health now. I'm like, I cannot continue to make you guys like be reasonable. Like, at least for a while, I'm fucking on empty from like fucking. I have shit to do in my own life.
Well, and here's the thing about
then try to convince you to be a good supporter of your fucking club.
Well, and here's the thing about being reasonable is that, you know,
when we're on the same points as City with 16 games to go in the league, and you're telling me, hey, convince me that we can still win this league. You're an idiot if you think that City's just won it with that many games to go.
The Champions League is coming back. Erling Haaland is not going to score that many goals.
But also, where I'm coming, because you said everyone that says the sky is falling.
Yes,
It's one thing to say, you know what, our chances to win the league were severely damaged by the last 3 weeks.
Sure. But no one that I know has said that. It's over.
Yeah,
it's over. We've lost. It's over.
But not even that. Not even that. It's like, okay, say we aren't
seeing that.
No, I'm not either. But
I don't see.
That's literally all I'm seeing.
I don't see a bartender or a server either.
Well, I don't need. She'd bring me another, and I haven't asked for it.
I don't need another one because I was fucking poking fun at Tom for having to take a piss, but I'm gonna have to go.
I gotta be somewhere later. But no, what I'm trying to say is like, okay, say we don't win the league, say we finish second. That's still pretty fucking good.
It's still. We talked about it. I brought it up last podcast. It's still beyond a successful season because our goal this season was 4th.
Right.
And if we finish second, and if they barely beat us to the title, then we have overachieved. It's like, but then there will still be, and I know it's coming. If we finish second, and I still think we can win it, but if we finish second, there will be people calling for Mikel Arteta's job. Imagine if you're a salesperson and you're at your job and your goal for the year is to sign 100 like new accounts, right? And imagine if
you get 95.
No. Imagine if the company record is 120 new accounts in a year and you sign 119. So you're 19 over your goal, but you get fired for not hitting 120. Yeah. That would be the equivalent of that. You fucking shattered your goal, but since you didn't do the pinnacle, you get fired.
I think we talked enough about the negative
what
fans.
Career would that? What job would that
ironically,
happen?
we're like, I don't know. I wanted to talk about Eddie and Nketiah, like second week in a row. It brings up an interesting question. All right, so Erling Haaland for City has more or less altered the way City plays because
they haven't figured it out yet, but they're trying to. Yeah.
So I noticed today.
I don't think there's a way to based on the style of player he is.
I noticed today that we did a lot of short corners because we're just not going to win headers against Tyrone Mings and the other guy whose name escapes me. So I wonder, Eddie, if he goes cold, do we at some point sign a striker that is a aerial guy?
We haven't had one since Giroud.
Right. Do we do that? Does that fuck up our game?
No, I think we need.
Does that fuck up our game?
3 strikers.
I don't think so.
I think we need Jesus as the main guy.
Yep.
I think we need Nketiah or Balogun as the backup. I think we will sell Balogun and keep Nketiah, and I think that's what we should do. And I think we need another like Calvert-Lewin or a player of that sort of profile that gives us something a little bit different. It doesn't even have to be a player as high profile as Calvert-Lewin.
I want someone who's like 6'3".
Yes.
You know,
right.
6'4", can get in there like a Giroud. Honestly, like fuck, I'd take right now Giroud.
Yeah, I'd take right now Giroud back too. I would.
He's
you know, like
I would for something different, and he might play 15 matches in the year.
And he might like come in the 75th minute in a lot of them.
If he comes in the 75th minute in 20 matches, he might score 2 goals for us that year that are the difference between winning the title and not.
Right.
It'd be nice to have a head ball
because we don't have anybody else that can do what he does.
That one that Eddie hit that went off the bar and went over. I mean, he got
way
the fuck up.
He had a 40-inch vertical leap on that shit. Like, what do we expect from him?
No, I mean, like, it's not. He got way the fuck up, and he just ain't tall enough to do that shit. And everyone's like, "Oh, Eddie, what the fuck?" It's like, dude, what do you want him to be? He's not.
That's part of what I was talking about. Just people fucking in here, just bitching for anything. Oh, Eddie, you should like. That would have been the goal of the season if he was fucking 6 feet off the ground.
He like hovered for like a second and a half.
So it's like that's. I'm like, let's see you go out there and do that shit.
I think we do go get some sort of an aerial threat to have. Maybe not like as our main.
It could be a young guy. It could be a young guy too. Just somebody that gives you an aerial.
Because that's the kind of thing you can do where like you bring someone on and they just score a goal because you lump the ball in at them. They don't need to have the run of the game.
And we got guys that can cross.
It's hard to come.
We got guys that can cross. That's what we do have.
Right. We have that.
We got guys that can cross.
And to your question, it wouldn't change the way we play because you wouldn't necessarily play all 90 minutes that way. You would say, look, man. We're getting like
it'd be nice to have
because like this game, the last 20 minutes, all the pressure was on their end. It would have been nice to have someone in the middle that when you get a corner, you can just send that fucker in there and know that he's going to get up and get his head on it. Yeah. Whereas we're playing him short and trying to do all this weird like cheeky shit because we know we don't have that.
Correct.
And yes, did it work out?
I mean, we have our center backs come up, but yeah.
Yeah, but anyway. But then you can do it with a striker and not be exposed, in the rear.
Correct. Yeah. Either way, man. Start the music. I got to piss.
Okay, Joey's got to piss, and I had to piss last time, so this is now the piss song. It is a someone has to pee song.
Leicester City next Saturday.
Yeah, we're back on track. We did what we had to do. Things are. I'm not going to say 100%, but we're going in the right direction.
We're top of the fucking league now.
We're top of the league, and we're kind of getting things back together. So we got
City
Leicester
have
next
to answer
week.
us.
They do. We got Leicester next week away, Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Come on out. It'll be a good time at Gus's Bar and Grill, and we will be here for you. So I am Ryan, here with Joey.
Woo!
And with Tom.
Keep the faith. We'll win this.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.